Good morning, everybody. So I'm doing something I don't usually do and haven't done in 7 years, and that is going to the Goodwill Bins or the Goodwill outlet. It's where you pay by the pound. I'm with my friend Emily. She's actually witnessing the filming right next to me. She's very, very good and very quiet. Last time I was here, I was actually pregnant, and my parents were so worried about their pregnant daughter with their only grandchild at the time going to the Goodwill Bins that they escorted me to and guarded my cart. Bless their hearts. I was like a 35-year-old woman, so it wasn't like I was like a teenager. I was like like a grown woman who already owned a home and a car. And so it was just really funny, the memories. Today I have my friend Emily protecting me if needed. So yeah, hopefully we can get a cart, get the good stuff. We're gonna go for the homewares, maybe go through the clothes. We don't usually sell a lot of clothes. But yeah, fingers crossed. I brought my gloves and my rubber gloves and a mask and sanitizer, and I'm gonna put my hair up, and I basically look like I'm going somewhere that's post-apocalyptic. So good luck to us today. Hopefully we get some good stuff. For those of you that are unfamiliar, this is what the bins look like. It is a hot mess of stuff, most of which you would never want to touch or bring into your home. A lot of it is headed to the dumps after this probably, or palletized and sent somewhere else. But it is, every time I come here, and it's been a while, as you guys know, I'm like, ugh, why? But then you do find some rare things in the bins. So I'm just doing the philosophy of adding and then deciding later. Obviously, like things like this by the pound may not make sense financially because they're really heavy. So usually avoid a lot of heavy stuff. But after you get to a certain weight, then the price drops quite a bit. So we'll see. Because I'm always on the lookout for cast iron pans and stuff, just for me personally. But this is some of the things I picked up. Probably most of it won't be coming home. But grab and decide later is my philosophy. So I don't think I'll get my Q-tips here, but the container's quite tempting to organize them. And Emily found a single tea bag in here if anyone wants some tea. I did just pull this out. So I have sold this before, and it took a very long time to sell, surprisingly, because I thought the message was really sweet. This one is smaller, and so what I think I'm going to do, because this is going to be like basically 25 cents, I'm going to cut out, I think, and frame just these parts of it because they're so cute. And I think I can pull the stitching out of that. So anyways, rather than try to frame it because it's not complete and I don't want to finish it because the bees need to be done, needs to be covered. So, and knowing that it didn't sell quickly, I think I'm just gonna like cut it up and try to make individual things out of it. Emily and I are debating these because they are so handy. So they're 20 each. They're not like, super cool design wise, but they're amazing for all the markets and displaying and stuff. So, and there's 3 of them. And then I gave Emily this guy because she's going to use it in her garden, and she found a rug, a good one, Post-its, which I'm actually really excited about the Post-its for her, and then this really good basket. So Emily and I pulled out the rug and laid it out, and it's in pretty good shape. Colors are vibrant, but to clean it, that's the next step if you buy it. Well, how much is it weigh? So how much will it cost? But also then you have to clean it because you'd be buying it for resale. So I don't know, but it's too good to leave behind, we feel like. So the bins are in the process of being changed for the first time since we've been here. So they won't do the homewares for a little bit. So I thought I would at least dig through some of the clothes while I'm here. I got so excited thinking these were something, and nope. They're too shiny. I mean, the matting is good, but from the back side, I was like, oh, this looks promising. Nope, it's not. It's such a bummer. That's basically the name of the game. I also considered this because it's the, holiday stuff that I'm looking for right now too, especially here And nope, still just mostly junk. Although a lot of people have gone through their carts, so that's why I'm kind of going through them again to see if there's anything that they put back. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's actually dope. That is so cute, and it doesn't seem to be broken. Okay, so this may be my one actual very cute score today. There definitely are a fair amount of silver pieces here. The silver just doesn't sell well for me. I'm not sure if it's just our area or what. But yeah, I tend not to pick them up. This is very, very heavy and solid. I feel like these are one of the most donated things on the planet. The little waffle makers, although I love mine more than anything. Because it makes a cute little individual one, so my son likes it for a treat. Okay, so I am back in the car, and we made quick work of it and left. I mean, they're rotating out the bins, but it happened so slowly, and they were doing mostly the clothes, and we wanted the homewares, and it was going to probably be a while, and we didn't really feel like waiting around. So we got our little haul left. Spent $12, so I'll show you what I got. But the most exciting thing is this little guy. So it's like a rattle, like a spirit rattle. It's actually ceramic. And when I was looking up comps, they were really good. So I'll put them on the screen. Like some of the ones that are by known artists are like $200. Thank God I looked it up before I left, because I was going to put it back because I'm like, what is this thing? Do I need it? But I like the little face on it. So I got to do a little research on this. So I don't see a signature, but it looks really close to another one that came up in the Google Lens. So I feel like my hair is crazy because I just basically hopped in the car and left home today. So this is like no makeup, right out of bed hair, because I got up so early to get here to get in line. I think because I'm on this side of town, I'm gonna hit up 2 Goodwills that I usually don't go to right when they open. They're like my stops after I've done a few others. So it'll be interesting to see what the selection is like right as they're opening their doors. So I think I'll go to those 2 and then head home and do something hopefully really productive, because I feel like going to the outlet and just only getting like a few little things wasn't as productive as I could have been for how much time I was there. But that's the bins for you. I feel like the people that do clothes probably have a little bit more bang for the buck after they leave there, because there's just so much more clothes than valuable homewares. I also forgot to mention that my friend Emily brought me a few pieces that she picked up for me when she was out sourcing yesterday. So I'll show you those later in the video. So because I went to the bins in Hillsboro, the first stop for Goodwill is the one in Aloha. I kind of like these wood pieces. They are $1.99. I think that's what it said in the back. Yeah, $1.99. This one is more solid than this one. This one almost feels like pressboard or whatever that really cheap wood is. So maybe just this guy. Well, I feel like you can't beat the price on both. I'll have to look them up. Very pretty souvenir box, but you guys know I tend not to pick up the ones that have the name of the place on it. It's very rare for Goodwill to have figurine bags. They usually just don't do it. Value Village does it. And these ones are kind of tempting to get, especially this guy is so cute. I think it's carved wood. And the birds. And then this one, I feel like that, no, maybe he's not brass. Maybe he's porcelain. But it's $4.99 for the whole bag of random animals. Next stop is Goodwill in Hillsboro area, Cornell. This is where I've gotten some of my best flips, as you guys have heard me say, and I've never been here this early. I got really excited about this for a second, but it's insanely lightweight and flimsy, so not great quality, sadly, so it's going back on the shelf. You guys, huzzah. This is kind of cute. I don't know what it is. $3.99. I guess it hangs on the wall. And you could put a plant in it. I just love the painted detail on the front. Here's just a good old-fashioned plant pot. I think it's handmade. It's $1.99, which seems like a good deal. So I may get this. That bowl is crazy colorful. Wow. Okay, I need to turn it over and see if it's artist made. Well, you guys, I had to get a cart. And I can't wait to show you that thing in the front with the pokey top. It is so cool. So you guys may recall when I was here last week that there was a ton of pottery by a certain person that came in. And this is one of their pieces. It is some sort of, I guess, deer head with antlers. It is so cool. It's $7.99. Absolutely getting it. This is a very pretty art glass piece for $2.99. It's a little bit raised though, so I'm not sure how good it would be for a glass. I guess I could find one in the glass aisle and see how it does, because I don't want it to be like this and your glass just goes shoo. I actually really like this plate, but it is $9.99, which seems kind of high for it. The colors are really pretty. So I was just in this aisle and totally did not see this, so they must have snuck some stuff in while I was going to get a cart, but I'm gonna get this for sure. These are super cool. I don't know what they are. Oh my gosh, it's weapons. Oh, my son would go bananas for these, but do I want to give them to him? That's the tricky part. They're awesome. Bunch of hand-painted trays, which, you know, I do kind of like. There's something about them. $7.99. I just don't know how they would do, so I'll probably pass on them. Here's a very cool chicken for $3.99. Oh, and it has a little hanging thing there. Hang on the wall. I don't know. He's kind of cute. Just grabbed a few of these really cute stoneware mugs for $2.99. It's been a while since I found a haul of mugs, so I'm low on my booth. So this is probably one of the biggest pieces of original art I have seen in a long time at a Goodwill, but that is, I'm not sure where you'd put this. Look at the frame. It's kind of like a silvery color, which I'm not sure works with it best, but that is quite the scenery, which actually we have a lot of the scenery in Oregon, so it's a testament to where I live. It does look that beautiful. Well, you guys, I've lost my mind and I'm coming home with this rocking chair. I sat in it and it's so comfortable, it's ridiculous. And then I also found a set of these mugs, which I thought were new, but they are handmade, meaning new, meaning like they were made by a company and not by an artist, and they are handmade and they're so cute, and there's two of them. So now I am in the Westgate Goodwill in Beaverton, and let's see if the streak I'm on today continues. So not super exciting, but a really pretty pottery dish. So $1.99, so I think I'm gonna get it. Oh, I love this little dog. Oh, if he didn't have that ear, I probably would get it even with all the wear, because I think he just has so much character. This is an insane collection of bells. Can you believe how many there are? Wow. Some fish from my fish era. I just picked this off the shelf too. It has mushrooms. It's really cute. It says LA Pottery on the bottom. I'm gonna do a little Google lensing on it. I thought these salt and pepper shakers were super cute, but they don't go for a lot, and they're $4.99. They do have their stoppers and stuff, but I think I'm gonna pass on them. Okay, so that last stop was just okay, you know, but that stop is always very hit or miss. I did get this for me. It has a tiny like chip right here in this corner, but I can just turn it around. I actually think it might be quite old, and it's really cool, and it's fish. You guys know I love fish. I also got this denim shirt for me. I love denim shirts. Ugh. If I could just wear denim shirts, I feel like that would be good life, because they're like structured but soft. I know, they're just like the perfect shirt for me. I don't know why. Anyways, I had to get another one. Anytime I can find one that's soft and lovely and in my size, I have to grab it. And it was only $10, so it came home with me. But we are now going to the last Goodwill of this shopping day, which happens to be usually the first Goodwill that I hit anytime I do the Beaverton Goodwill loop. If you're in the Pacific Northwest Portland area, I usually start with this one at Griffith, I think, is it Griffith Park, something like that. This one, it's kind of a letdown to start with this one, because I almost never really find anything, so it'll be interesting to see how it is when I'm hitting in the reverse today. So my reseller friend Mel, who has a bookshelf near me in Curiosities, I talked about her in a recent video, and she was actually at this Goodwill a couple days ago, and they have one of those like Amish step stools that have the handle, and she asked if I wanted her to pick it up, but I didn't see the message until way after she had left. So I was like, no, and it was like they were closing, and then there was just no way to do it the next day. So bummer. So who knows, maybe it's here today. So we are off to a good start with this. Actually, I thought it was going to be flat on one side, and it's not. It is 13, which is a little high, but it is full on like marble and stone and heavy. So I think I'm gonna have to get it. I just grabbed this off the shelf. It's $1 and it's adorable. So I'm definitely getting this. You guys, I just found Kakeshis. Look at how cute they are. They're in a little like snack hut. That is adorable. It is $3.99. There may be something missing there on the corner. Oh, something else is falling down. But they're pretty cute. Okay guys, so we're back in my studio space and I have a lot of stuff to show you. I'll show you some of the key pieces that I picked up when I was outsourcing. I'll recap just a couple. I have a bunch of stuff that I've gotten in the mail and from friends I wanted to show you. And then I have some announcements to make, some things that are coming up that I think you guys are gonna wanna know about. So there's a lot to cover in today's haul portion of the video. But first off, I just wanted to tell you, oopsie, that cute little painting. So I took it out of the black frame and it somehow jumped onto the gallery wall. Do not know how that happened. I just don't. I don't know how it happened. And I was just like, I think I love you there. And so I had to keep it. So I'm so sorry because there were so many people that reached out to me wanting this little painting, even in the black frame, and I had to disappoint some of you. So I'm so sorry, but it just looks so good in the gallery wall. So yeah, so this is a keeper for now. I am sorry, but there are so many things I'm gonna show you right now that are gonna be for you guys on Etsy. Okay, so let's first talk about the bins. So the bins, as bad as I remember it, all those years ago, I'm reminded when I'm there like, oh, I don't like shopping here, just because there's so much time you have to spend there for so little of a haul. I feel like on the decor side. On the clothing side, you can get carts and carts full of stuff, but on the decor side, it's fewer and far between to find stuff of value. That being said, I want to go back again. What is it about the bins? I don't know. Like they just entice you. And I think what kind of like made me want to go back immediately is when I found out that this thing that I bought actually could be worth a lot of money. Who knew? How this did not get broken is beyond me. This is a rattle. And it is ceramic. I figured out after I took off all my gloves and was able to inspect it. It's a ceramic rattle, handmade, and this face is so good. I don't know how this did not get broken. So yeah, the fact that you can find something like this there, like that makes it all worth it. Everything that I bought at the bins cost me $12. 12 bucks, which is crazy. I got a huge piece of art that I'm gonna bring to a market this coming weekend, a small framed print that I thought was really great, and this guy, and a few other things, and this little guy, this little cutie pie. So I can't believe I got all that for $12. This is why you go to the bins, is because you can get stuff so cheap. But to me, who always feels like I don't want to spend a lot of time unless I know I'm gonna get a big reward, that's why going to the bins is hard for me. Even though it can be fruitful when you actually do get lucky. So I think that because I got this, now I'm hooked. I think I have to go back again. And my friend Emily, who came with me, we were both like, oh, this place. And then we both walked away with good stuff, and now we're both like, oh, I guess we gotta go back. So anyways, I'm not an enthusiastic bins person yet. So, and it's also really hard to film there because everything moves so quickly. Luckily, the crowd was very nice that day, and I didn't really have to like worry about a scuffle because you do hear about all the drama. For all my friends that go to the bins regularly, there is definitely drama that can ensue. And that's definitely the crowd of people that go there now has shifted so much just because all the young people are getting into clothing. And so there's just, yeah, anyways, I don't know. I feel like every time I go in there, I'm going into foreign territory where I don't know the rules. And I don't know. I don't want to scuffle. I know that sounds silly, but that's where my headspace is every time I go. So anyways, it was worth going. And this will be available on Etsy. I gotta do a little more research. And some of the other things I'm excited to do a little DIY with this, cutting it up, because I do have a few frames that I found because I'm going through all my stuff like you guys know. And so I am actually going to cut out several of these. I'm going to put them in some of the gold ornate frames that I have been hoarding forever because this is unfinished and I think that would be really, really cute to do it. So look for those DIYs. And I actually have completed a couple DIYs recently that I'm saving to show you at a later date. And you guys are gonna be like, hell has frozen over in the world is Andi, because Andi did a project, and I promise I'm gonna do this one too. After the bins, Emily and I decided to part ways. She wanted to go to a really far out Goodwill, and I was like, oh, based on the time I had left at that point, I was like, I really gotta go home and get some work done, so I'll just do my Goodwill run in the reverse. Thankfully, we did separate because she got great stuff where she went, and I got great stuff where I went, and if we were together, we would have been competing. So it's always, as much as it's fun to shop together, anytime you shop together with your competition, you know you're gonna lose some of what would have been possibly yours. That's the hard part. But yeah, I got some really great stuff. This was really exciting to me because you guys know I'm in my fish era, so I was really excited. This I'm gonna keep for me. But there's a bunch of stuff that I picked up that is gonna go to my booth because like mugs and things, anything like ceramics, I usually take there. Unless they're like really special and I feel like they would do well on Etsy. This I picked up on a whim because I'm still in the mindset of prepping for Christmas. I'm trying to be a good Christmas buyer this year and have a really big drop. And this is, I guess, a deer. And he's green and he's weird and I don't know, I just thought it was cool. It's from that same pottery haul that came in. It's amazing to me when stuff will trickle in days, weeks later. That's just, I just assume when something comes in, they will process almost everything of that particular drop off. But no, things can come out days and days later. That's what frustrates me when you see something come in, like you go to donate at Goodwill and you see something in the bins, you're like, oh, I want to buy that. And they're like, you're just gonna have to come back and hang out all day. And you're like, great, because I have nothing else to do but to wait for that item or just price it and give it to me now. But it never works. And the other thing I wanted to highlight of the stuff that I got at Goodwill, oh, I did get that rocker, by the way. That's going to market. I can't believe I picked up a rocking chair. Why did I do that? It's very comfortable. I sat in it, it's really good. But this I wanted to show you because you guys know I collect Kakeshi. And in my excitement, I thought these little guys were behind a counter selling some sort of food. And so I posted on Instagram, I'll have whatever these two cuties are serving up. Not realizing that they're in a bathtub. So I basically said I wanted to be the third person in their bathtub experience. So anyone who knew what this was had a good chuckle that I basically said, I want to be in a bath with these two people. So no, I thought they were serving up something delicious. Well, maybe they are serving up something delicious. I don't know, but I thought it was food and not them. Anyways, sorry, they got inappropriate, but I thought they were very cute. So oh God. Yeah, anyways, I'm gonna keep these. I'm gonna keep these. This is the sign that fell off that probably says bathhouse. I probably should have done a Google lens on it. Anyways, so that's the only thing that's missing, but I thought it was really cute. I very rarely find anything Kakeshi, as you guys know, at the thrift stores. So I was really excited to find that and give everyone a laugh because I claimed I wanted to be in the bath with them. But I also got this little box, which I am housing their little sign that indicates what they're up to. And a lot of the smalls, oh, I forgot to show you all the smalls that I got in the little grab bag. So I got this adorable little terrier, I guess. I'm not good at dog breeds. I got this terrier. And then I got a bunch of birds and this guy, and they are largely not broken, which is always a miracle. This guy has a little bit of breakage on his beak, so he may not go anywhere. I was thinking about putting these in like grab bags because now that I have a little bit more time, I want to definitely put together grab bags. And so I'm trying to find cute little things like this. Goodwill very rarely has bagged items at our Goodwills. That's more of a Value Village thing here. And so anytime I find them, I pick them up. The last time I found a grab bag of stuff at Goodwill, it was all those little mini Delph figurines. And that was a very good day. And those all sold. I just had to keep a couple for me. But I also got this pastel nativity. And thankfully, all the main players that I always look for, which is Mary, of course, and the baby Jesus. They are all, so here's the baby Jesus. They are all fine, thankfully. And so that's why I always want to make sure that they are all good and present, and it's not just, you know, the other people. There she is. Isn't she beautiful? She's lovely. I think the only thing that's broken is like one of the donkeys, but like who cares? He's not important to the story. And I like the fact that it was pastel. I know nativities are something a lot of people buy, especially around the holiday season. People collect nativities. And so that's why I thought, ooh, this is a special one being pastel. Okay, so now I want to move on to a bunch of stuff you guys did not see in footage. So now I want to move on to a bunch of stuff that you guys have not seen. And I got this whole collection of framed needle points, which I thought were really, really lovely. And I really liked the wood frames too. And this one especially because it is seasonal. It's definitely a winter scene. This may be the oh, it is. It is the 4 seasons. What a dope. Of course it is, because it's 4 of them. This is the fall scene. I guess I didn't look that close when I bought them. I was just like, oh wow, they're all cute. Okay, so it's the 4 seasons. I was gonna sell them separate, but it seems like now I'm selling them as a set. One thing about these, which is kind of annoying, is they do not have anything to hang them up. Why? Where were they propped? All of them? It doesn't make any sense. So thankfully I do have some of those things that I can nail into the back, and so I'll be able to put the little claw clip on them. You know, DIY, just love to do. But anyways, I thought these were really great. The frames have a little bit of markings on them, and so I probably want to do a little bit of DIY or a little bit of cleaning up on that. But I thought the frame, the way the shape is, which is like a little bit scalloped, is really lovely. You know, I need to unwrap this stuff before I show it to you on camera. Okay, so it's finally unwrapped. I also got this one. And what I loved about this one is how much detail is in her face. So if you can see, like it's a very thin string for her eyes, like her like lash line, and all sorts of different size stitching. So most of the time when I'm picking up needle points, the stitches don't vary. They're all around the same size. So anytime I can find them where the stitching varies in size and technique, that's really exciting, because that just means that there was someone else that really they took even more care making it. So I thought it was awesome. So this will be available for you guys. Another thing, I'm like, oh, I really want to keep you because you're so cute. But I just know someone will also appreciate the way that she turned out. I especially love her lips, like her little lips there. I just think she's so cute. So anyways, I don't always pick up people, but when they have this type of detailing, I think it's like special enough to pick up. I usually pick up more scenes, florals, obviously, and anything like that, like still lifes, or you know, that really amazing one that I got in Palm Springs. Tend to gravitate more towards those than like old-timey pictures, but you know, this one was special, so I had to get it. So my friends, bless their hearts, are always looking for stuff for me. And my friend Emily found this really pretty glass dish because she knows I'm looking for glass stuff. You know, I'm just trying out really any type of glass to see what sells. And this one being pink, she's like, you like pink? And I'm like, ooh, I do. And the way that it has like this fun, organic, like handkerchief shape to it, she's like, do you want this? I'm like, yeah, you know what, just, you know, pick it up. And then she also found me a gold gilded hand. She's like, do you have this one? I'm like, I have it in mini, so I'm excited to have a bigger one. So she got this for me. And then she also found this brass bunny rabbit for me, which I have shined up. So I've been shining up a ton of brass. So actually that brings me to one of my announcements that I wanted to share in this video, which is I am doing a giant brass drop this month. I am in the process of cleaning all the brass that I have been hoarding and buying in bulk. I've been really lucky finding a lot of bulk brass orders because I've had a few people tip me off anytime they see them and they don't want them. They tell me to buy them. And so that's what I have been doing. And so, yeah, I have so many brass pieces. This one Emily found at an antique mall, so that's why she picked it up. But I have a bunch. I kind of previewed it a little bit on Instagram, so if you don't follow me on Instagram, you may want to check me out there because I do, you know, a lot of fun stuff that you don't see here on Instagram. And so I will pop on the screen like a pan over all the brass that I cleaned this past weekend. And that's not even all of it. So it is going to be the most epic brass drop of your life. And so it will be on Etsy. It won't be on like Instagram. I know a lot of people do their drops on Instagram. Mine will be on Etsy, just because I don't want to have to go and look individual, see who did it first. You know, on Etsy it's great because whoever actually completes the transaction, that's who bought it. And I don't have to chase people down, which is the benefit of not doing it as a drop on Instagram. So yeah, so this guy is actually gonna go up right now on Etsy. There's a lot of people that collect bunny rabbits. I have determined through the years, so these always sell quickly because people love rabbit. And I have more rabbits in the drop that's coming, so brace yourself. So that's coming up. Another brass piece that will be available on Etsy right now is this amazing brass pedestal bowl. I love the scallop and the shape is so interesting. It's just beautiful. Again, I have shined up most of these pieces because you guys know I shine up all of my brass usually, unless it has really good patina. Now this guy I did not shine up because the patina on it is phenomenal already. And it actually may be lacquered, so just because the way it has like not aged at all really on the finish. But this guy, I love shell things. I have a few shell things, so that's why I feel like I can release this to you guys. Oh, it's so good. It is so, the shape, oh, it's a really good one. Anyways, yeah, sorry I'm huffing over it because this will destroy me to sell because it's really, really good. But I just, I'm in the business of selling, as I always say in every single video. And then also this apple, I have never seen an apple like this before. It's a little dusty. It has like a cutout and it's like blocky and it has this cute stem and it's like taller versus round. I've never seen one like this, so I was very excited to find. I thought I've seen every type of fruit and apparently I haven't. This is an apple I have not seen before. And so this will be available on Etsy right now. So a few pieces that are gonna be available and coming to Etsy right now as you're watching this video, but the rest of the brass is coming in a few weeks. I just have to photograph it all and figure out what I wanna bundle together and what I wanna sell separate. And there's a couple pieces I'm probably gonna earmark for my booth. Brass at Tiny Brambles sells really, really well and very quickly. And so usually really hot ticket ones, sometimes I can just take there and they'll sell basically within a few days. So I gotta decide what I wanna do there. But just so you know, I'm not doing any pre-sales on brass. I'm just going to drop them. So I know some of you are probably seeing that footage and after I post on Instagram, people are like, oh, I wanna buy it from you now. And I'm like, as much as I would love to do that, I'm going to basically drop it to the world. That's like my strategy for this session. So sorry for not being able to sell you it in advance, just because I just don't think I could deal with the volume of emails and DMs that would come from me saying I would pre-sell it for you. So I'm trying to cut down on my time on all the inquiries that I get all the time. So anyways, moving on to two things that are for me that I am not going to give to you guys. One is this beautiful painting of birch trees. So I'm setting up a market with my friend Taylor that's coming this weekend. So if you're in Portland, you gotta check it out, the PDX Estate Marketplace. And basically you should come to Tigard in general this coming weekend, the first weekend of May, because there's so much going on. There are so many good things going on. And I don't think a lot of people realize how many thrift stores and places to shop for vintage are in the Tigard area. There are 3 amazing thrift stores, which is Union Gospel, Value Village, and Goodwill. They're all within like a mile to 2 miles of each other on like the same road. And then there's Curiosities, the antique mall where I have a booth, which is big and great. And I actually find stuff to, flip there. So the pricing can be really, really good at that antique mall. And then there's clothing consignment stores. Curiosities is having a rummage sale on, I believe, Sunday. And so there's a lot going on this weekend. So you need to come to Tigard. That's your plans. That's your weekend plans. But anyways, sorry, I got a little off topic. I got this painting from Taylor. She and I were setting up our space in the PDX Estate Marketplace. And I was like, oh my God, I love that. And so she generously let me have it. So thank you, Taylor. And the reason why it spoke to me is because of the birch trees. So I grew up in Michigan and there's a lot of birch trees in Michigan, not many in Oregon. I mean, in Michigan, I would see them everywhere. And so I grew up in Michigan. I lived there for 30 years. And so there's certain parts of being a Michigander that I was like, oh, I miss the birch trees and I miss like living near birch trees and as a kid peeling their bark, which is probably not recommended. Probably not. But anyways, so this spoke to me and so this will be in my home and remind me of where I came from, which was Michigan. And the other thing that I bought for myself that I'm gonna keep is this adorable wooden man. Now he would have had a stick here that would have made him like dance, but Like I have another one of these and I have cut that stick off because you can't decorate with it. And why? I'm an adult. When am I making things like this dance? Like even my 6-year-old, like when I brought home the one that was on a stick, he was like, oh, this is fun. And then gone. 2 seconds worth of fun. I'm like, I'm cutting off the stick. Even though I know a lot of you were like, don't cut the stick off. I'm like, I can always add a dowel. It's not like it's a special vintage dowel. I can always go to Home Depot and get a dowel again. So this guy is very cute. He's actually going to live on top of this piece of art as just a fun little thing that I see anytime I walk around my studio space. I love these so much. My other one is on the shelf over there. I just think they're adorable and just so whimsical and cute. I got this from Ashley from Quarry. I'll put her information on the screen. She picks up amazing stuff. I always want to shop her booth. So she's at Tiny Brambles. And so I always go into the space that she shares with Angela from Forage Finds. I'll pop her information on the screen. Both of them pick up amazing stuff, especially if you love pottery and mid-century things that they always have amazing mid-century pottery, handmades, so good. So I was at the anniversary event that we had at Tiny Brambles, which I think was like last week. And I was of course going around the shop as I was there mingling and I found this and I had to bring it home. So thank you, Ashley, for this cutie pie. So one last thing I wanted to touch on before I have like a little bit of a teaser announcement. So I picked these up. You guys saw that on footage and I thought they were wonderful. I may sell these guys as a pair or I may put them in a bundle. So I'm actually working on a lot of candle holder bundles. You guys know I do brass ones and I finally feel like I have enough to be able to make a few eclectic mixes. And then I also have enough wood ones now where I feel like I can make a couple eclectic mixes. And so I have to decide, am I separating these to put these in a bundle or am I selling them together? So that is hard because the swirls on these are so good. So very good. So yeah, I was really excited to find these, especially with the brass in the center. I thought that was awesome. But yeah, I have a bunch of candle holder eclectic sets coming, so you're gonna have to keep an eye out for those too. Okay, so that's everything I wanted to show you. I have a little thing I wanted to tease. So I've been working on something behind the scenes and I'm very excited about it. I'm also nervous to launch it, but it's technically live. So if you wanted to do a little sleuthing on my channel, you could kind of find out what I'm gonna be talking about very soon. So I'm gonna do a formal announcement and tell you what it means and why is it exciting, etc. But I had to get it set up and it's technically soft launched. It's living out there. I just haven't promoted it and actually formally announced it yet. So if you guys wanted to do a little sleuthing on my channel and profile, you could probably figure it out. So anyways, I thought I would just drop a little breadcrumb of what could be coming soon. So that big announcement is coming up very soon. I'm working on the video for that. But anyways, I thought I would kind of tease it right now. Okay, so that's everything I have to share with you today. Thank you so much for watching and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Take care.